Hello. This video will briefly demonstrate the new features of the 0.4 version of the Canvas Modules Compactor browser extension. Now we are looking at a Canvas Modules page with the earlier version of the extension installed, and you can see that each module has these little red and green buttons to the side of them, and those can be used to compress the module content or to expand it. And that goes for each module, of course, like this. And at the top you have these buttons to compress all content and to expand all content. Now, if we go to a modules page with a new version, the 0.4 version installed, you can see that it's slightly different. Instead of the buttons you have these icons, these extension icons, the little Y's here. So every module has such an icon to the left, and if you hover over it, you get a little drop-down menu, and here you can get to compress the module or expand the module like before. And this change was done so that there will be less visual clutter on the page and more clean impression for the viewer. And in addition to these drop-down menus here, there is also a drop-down menu from the top icon, which is slightly larger, and here you can choose to compress all modules or to expand all modules like before. And you can also notice that there is a third item on this drop-down menu, which is to show the extensions options page. And the options page is also a new feature, and here you can have two sets of options to choose among. There might be more in coming versions. But the first set of options here is for how you want the page to look when you go to it, when you open it, or when you reload the page. And this is the standard with all the modules maximally expanded. That what it would look like if you wouldn't have the extension installed at all. So that is what it looks like. It doesn't, because I have so this is what it will look like here. But now you can choose instead to open the page with all the modules maximally compressed, like this. And this change now takes effect immediately here. So you already have the modules maximally compressed. And if you reload the page, you will see the same thing again here. And that will look like this. The page will look like that each time you reload it, as long as you have this option checked. You can also check this option, which is to have all module items hidden if they are indented more than a certain number of levels. So if you look at this, you choose to have all the modules tucked away if they are indented more than one level. And now it looks like this. So you have here these items are not indented more than one level, but here below them you have the more indented versions, more indented items. And if you reload the page again, this is what it will look like each time. So that was the first set of options on the options page. There is also a choice to how to place the module item icons. Each module item has a little icon. Here's one for discussion, here's one for a quiz, and here's one for an assignment. And then the default is to show the module icon to the left. But sometimes that can disturb the impression because the indentations are not so clearly visible then. So we can choose instead to display the icons to the right of the text like this. And if we go to the page, this has taken effect immediately here. And that it will look like this if you reload the page as well. And you can also choose to hide the module icons completely if you feel that you don't need them. Now they are gone, and they will be gone until you change this option again. Now, these are all the new features for the extension that are of relevance to everyone. There is yet another feature that is of interest only to teachers and administrators. So students who watch this can turn off this video now, and I will now go to leave the student view like this. So now we are looking at the page in this teachers and administrators view, and the feature I want to demonstrate is that you no longer need to reload this page after you have edited a module or module item for these arrowheads that the extension put there, for these arrowheads to work properly again. So if you look at, for instance, here at this module item, if we now outdent this item like this, you now see that the extension perceives it that this is now has a higher or is less indented than these items below. So you get this arrowhead placed here, and you can now tuck those away, the more indented items, and that is calculated immediately. And you can also now choose to indent it again like this, and now it has the same indentation as the other ones, so it no longer has an arrowhead. And this will work also if you move the module items about like this, and it also works if you add or remove module items. So these are all the new features of the 0.4 version of the Canvas Modules Compactor browser extension. Thank you for watching.